Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to X's and O's. Today, this is part one of how Utah's defense is starting to be exposed. And in this video, we'll be focusing on how Rudy Gobert, a two-time Defensive Player of the Year, an all-star, and one of the best defenders in the league, is being taken out of the game almost completely on defense. So have fun, enjoy the video, and let's dive in. So let's look at how the floor is set up right here. This is pretty good spacing by Miami. I'd kind of like to see Kendrick Nunn move up just a little more, just so he frees himself up and he gets further away from Mitchell so that he can free himself up for a jump shot. But overall, it's pretty good spacing by Miami right here. But the thing to take note of is Gobert on the weak side. Now, there's two ways that teams are really starting to expose starting to take Gobert out of the game defensively. And the first way is what you're going to see in this play. They send their big to the baseline on the weak side, which forces Gobert to stay attached to him, and he can't really leave him because he's going to give up an open shot. So I'll roll this clip forward and see if you recognize what happens. Now if you roll it back a little bit, you see Mitchell right here. He stunts a little bit. He lunges in front of Butler, but he really doesn't do much because he can't. Right here, Butler could easily toss that ball to Nunn on the wing, and that's an open three. So Mitchell knows that. He stunts. He has to get back to his man. He can't really do much. And this is where teams are starting to take Gobert out of the game defensively because he can't commit to stopping either guy. If you roll it forward a little bit, Butler has everybody on the team beat. Everybody's behind him. The only person that can stop this play is Gobert on the weak side. But like I pointed out before, he's still attached to Bam. He can't leave him. So this puts Gobert in a lose-lose situation. He has to make a choice. Does he stick with Bam and give up an open dunk? Or does he stick with Butler and risk Butler just tossing it right over the top to Bam for an open jump shot? So this is why teams are starting to expose Utah's defense, because this is exactly what you want to do as an offense every possession, is put the defense in these types of situations, forcing them to make a choice and putting them in a lose-lose situation. And Miami does it very well right here. And you see the result. Gobert can't fully commit to stopping the ball, and he can't fully commit to either of the guys, and just gives up an open dunk at the rim. And this next play, you're going to see the exact same thing. They're just going to the play a little different. Olynyk sets a pick up top. You see Gobert down here, and he's still attached to his man Bam on the weak side. And as you roll it forward, you'll see the same thing happen. Right there. Gobert can't decide what he wants to do. It's lose-lose. If he fully commits to stopping the ball, then that's a alley-oop over the top for Bam. If he fully commits to Bam, then that's an easy Butler finish at the rim. So he's really in no man's land. He has no choice. He's just stuck in the middle, gives up an open layup at the rim. Now, this play right here is the second way teams are taking Gobert out of the game, by utilizing the mid-range jump shot. You see, you don't really have to, when you have threats like Kawhi right here, from mid-range, he can score without even getting close enough to Gobert to get a whiff of him. And I'll roll this clip forward and you'll see what I mean. As he comes around, he gets to his spot, and that's an easy jump shot. For Kawhi, that's his bread and butter. If he can get that shot every time, he'll be living like a king. He gets to his spot. LA doesn't necessarily have to set a pick because Kawhi is so good at getting to his spots, and picking his spots that he gets to exactly the point on the floor where he wants to be. And at this point, you start to see the same thing happen. Gobert is stuck in the middle. Does he fully commit to Kawhi, trying to use his length to contest this shot over the top? Or does he commit to Zubats over here and box him out? And you'll see he doesn't really do either. I mean, he comes up right here, he tries to guard Kawhi, and he's like, oh wait, no, I gotta get back, I gotta guard my man, and that's just an easy shot for Kawhi. Now this next play is from the New Orleans Utah game just a few nights ago. This game, New Orleans put up 129 points and only attempted 11 threes. So that tells you how efficient they were in the paint and from mid-range, and this really shows how they took Gobert out of the game defensively. So I'll roll this clip in real time and see if you can recognize the same thing. Now that's really the same thing. It's set up a little different, but you'll see what really makes this play successful is when Lonzo comes off this pick and he gets to his spot where he wants to shoot. Instead of Steven Adams just hanging out back here, he dives to the rim. And this forces Gobert to pick him up and box him out, which leaves Lonzo with an open jump shot from mid-range. And if you roll this in slow-mo, you'll see what I mean. So right there, keep an eye on Gobert. Right here, Gobert is undecided. You can see his indecision right there. He's going to contest Lonzo's shot, and then he recognizes Adams is behind him. He has to retreat and box him out, which gives up an open shot for Lonzo. And that's a very smart play by Steven Adams, and that's the only reason this play works, because if Steven Adams sets this pick and then just hangs out back here, I mean, that's not going to do anything. He can't shoot from out there, so he's not a threat. So that would allow Gobert to stop the ball, contest Lonzo's shot, and then just turn around and grab this rebound. But instead, Adams makes the right play. He dives to the rim, puts Gobert in a lose-lose situation, and that's an easy jump shot. So that's what you're going to start seeing teams do more and more because they know it works now. So this is part one of how teams are starting to expose Utah's defense. Next time you watch them, hopefully you'll be able to recognize these things on your own now, and you'll start to see for yourself how teams are starting to take one of the best defenders in the league completely out of the game defensively. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed part one of how Utah's defense is starting to be exposed. If you like what you saw, click the thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and ring the bell to make sure that you don't miss part two. And we hope to see you back next time. And this is X's and O's, where we elevate good to great.
That means you're extra, extra.